Let's Rock. I am your host, Alex Lozano, and I am here with my real good friend, Austin Gartman, badass drummer for the band Mystic Cross, Angry Sausage, and some other bands that we haven't talked about. We're going to do a semi-deep dive with this amazing drummer. I want to tell you guys right off the bat, he's the only guy in the Houston music scene that I share a birthday with. So we are both Tauruses.
That's right.
May the 2nd, exactly 5 years apart.
That's
My brother
right.
Austin,
May
it's
2nd.
good to have you here, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. You know,
welcome.
we've been busy. You know, we're getting things done.
Right.
I had a chance to jam for Austin for the first time, and it looks like we might be collaborating. He says I've got some progressive rock stuff, so I'm real excited about that with my project, Fueled by God. So I want to thank a few sponsors real quick. I want to thank my newest partner right now. We're talking about doing some really cool events. We had a really great meeting today. I want to give a big shout out to Anthony over at Empire Go Buyers. I can't wait to work with you. Thank you for the Bibles. We want to tell you, the Bible you gave us, we went ahead and we knew that you would like it if we gave it to Austin. So we did that.
Empire.
I want to thank Music News, Slades, Delaberto. Really great work working with him. Got a partnership with him. Also a big shout out for MMA fighter who I'm going to be working with, legendary Sam Hoger. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my military grade girlfriend Kimberly. I want to thank Gabriella for making some lasagna, which as soon as I get this over with, we will send pictures. We are going to be black belt master lasagna eaters. So we have 12 questions for Austin and a few rapid fire ones. We're going to go ahead and get to it, man. So if I forgot anybody, I do apologize. I love all of you guys. You know, I support you big time. Always making the music matter. So Austin Gartman, you were part of Mr. Cross during the Visions of Time and Shadows in the Mind eras. How did you originally connect with the band?
Well, I ran into Rob Weaver and
The guitar player.
Yeah, we did a jam at Coach's one night at a local bar.
Pretty good shout out to you, Rob. Don't know where you're at, but yeah, he was a pretty cool head.
And we played some Jeff Beck, Constipated Duck. I remember it well.
He
And,
was playing Jeff Beck.
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah.
No, he's
I'm surprised we both knew it.
Right.
But afterwards, he's like, "Man, I got to get your number. We got to get your number."
We got to connect.
And then he said, "I knew a guy named Joe Kane, Henry Ben Revy, and I knew a guy named Zach Size." And then
Bad
we
Cats.
just all met,
Boom.
and it was on.
It was a mashup.
Joe was actually the last guy to join.
Oh, wow.
It was us four. We had 5 songs written before Joe finally came out.
Right.
Because he was with
Joe finally came out of the closet.
Well, no, he was with the Gents, with Rob Weaver and Henry Ben Revy.
I love you, Joe.
So he wasn't sure about getting a new band going.
I heard of the Gents because I remember Johnny Cavazos. He's a pretty good drummer. That's my buddy.
Yeah.
We've been friends.
I've been knowing him for years.
Big time. Shout out to you, Johnny. Speakers.
What's up, Johnny?
When you see this,
Good drummer.
We'll see you soon. Yeah, good guy and a great guy.
Great drummer.
Mystic Cross is a blend of heavy metal with progressive atmospheric elements. As a drummer, how did you approach that hybrid style?
Well, I've always been influenced by guys like Rush and Dream Theater, and
Mark
Zonder from Fate's Warning, Parallels album.
Yes.
And,
Ray Adler.
And then John Bonham, all the progressive guys.
Yeah.
But
The Innovators.
Yeah, the Innovators. And even Alan White from Yes and Bill Buford from Yes.
Yeah. Weather Report.
Yeah. But man, Phil Collins. Man, when he played in Genesis.
Yeah.
They're one of the original prog bands.
Yeah. Big shout out to Phil Collins. I know he's going through some health problems.
Yeah.
Big shout out to you, Phil. We love you. We think you're amazing.
Amazing drummer.
Big shout out to Phil Collins.
Yes.
On the albums, you're credited not just with drums but also vocals. I had no idea about that. How did that dual role come about? Oh, and he was written, and I just found out for the first time that you wrote half or most of the lyrics. Or
I wrote a lot.
He wrote a lot
on the first album and the second album.
So about 50. Oh, okay, so quite a bit. So, like a guy,
Rob Weaver and I were lyricists.
But kind of like you don't hear about that. The most famous drummer that I know that wrote all the lyrics, or most of them, was Neil Peart.
Well, he was an influence of mine.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Neil Peart, buddy.
And my
Ooh,
mom
gosh.
was also a creative writing
Yeah.
teacher.
Oh,
So
well, cool. I'm glad we're talking about this and we're doing a deep dive with you, and I'm feeling really, really good. That lasagna is going up my nose.
It
Anyway,
smells good
so who wore some of your favorite? That might be one later, but I'm just asking off the top of your head. Obviously, we know Neil Peart was one
Right.
of your favorites.
right.
In no particular order, I know John Bonham,
Oh
Neil
yeah,
Peart,
yeah.
Alan White, all these guys that you mentioned, just
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
Bruford.
Bill Buford, definitely one of the best drummers, Buddy Rich of all time.
Oh, I used to remember seeing him on the Johnny Carson show. Just
Oh, yeah.
with a snare.
Yeah. My mom would send me to bed and say, "Hey, Austin, come back out. He's on the Johnny Carson show."
You gotta
I would
watch
him
this. I
solo.
know. I sit there like I was amazed.
A little-
Awesome, man. Buddy Rich
Man,
and Doc
incredible.
Severinsen,
Oh,
the band leader, another
Oh, yeah.
trumpet guy.
Oh yeah, Doc was a big fan of Buddy Rich's.
Oh, I'm sure they jammed.
Yeah. I miss
Um,
Johnny Carson show after all these.
How is that delicious wine, my love?
It is just sweet and
I
fruity.
like it.
Like me, right? Okay.
Thanks.
Cool. Anyway, kind of sweet sour. Okay. What do you remember most about recording the sessions for Visions of Time in 1985, about when me and Austin first met at Millennium?
Well, we recorded in Spring Branch, which I lived right down the street. And Brian Baker was the engineer at.
Oh, no. I went to Spring Branch. I'm a Spring Branch. I was, me and Outlaw Dave were from Spring Branch. I went to Hollybrook Elementary,
Right.
and I would have went to, no, that's the other way, Lucy B. Holmes Field, Landrum Junior High,
Right.
right off of Ojaman.
Right. Oh, right.
Oh my God.
We lived right off of Bingle and Long
Oh,
Point.
dude, we didn't know it. We're a couple of Spring Branch boys. What's
That's
up?
right.
The Branch. What's up? I know all the Branch signs.
That's right. Right off of
Chocolate-
Westview. You know where
Chocolate
Westview's
Cowboy.
at? You know, Westview,
Yeah.
between Wirt and Bingle. Well, that's where we recorded our first album.
Hold on. Do you remember that a few young people right there at Ojaman, where these condos were, there was a big man-made lake, like a, what do they call that? When they hold a retention.
A retention pond.
Yeah. Well, a few kids drowned there. Do you remember that? I know, bad thing to bring up. Anyway, but yeah.
I didn't hear about it.
Right. It was real
I
bad.
remember James Rivera had me fill in for his drummer one night
For Russell?
off of Ojiman.
For Russell.
Yeah, it was the other guy.
Oh, the other guy. I never met him.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, we're talking about a legendary metal singer there, James Rivera.
Yeah.
Yeah, a very, very amazing player. You know, I got to tell a story about James Rivera. So I'm over there checking out a show at Fitzgerald's, and across the street they were doing some karaoke, and it wasn't metal that he was doing, but I come walking in on him, being who I am, and you could see him like, you know, like he was singing like Backstreet Boys or something. He wasn't doing anything really metal. I caught you, James. I just want you to know.
Right.
You were singing some Justin Timberlake stuff, but amazing singer.
Busted.
Yeah, busted. You're not very metal, James, but yeah, no, an amazing singer, and I give him all of the
Oh yeah.
credit
One of the metal pioneers in the Houston music scene.
without a doubt. There ain't no doubt about that. By the time Shadows in the Mine in 2000, many moons ago, was recorded, what had changed musically or personally for you and the band?
Well, at that point, we'd gone from a 5-piece band that was very lots of keyboards,
Right.
to we'll go with a heavier sound. So we got a new bass player, Bobby
Right.
Caton,
Right.
and we got Don LaFawn on guitar and no keyboards.
Don LaFawn.
Yes, yeah.
That's
And
right.
so we were going for a heavier sound because the '80s scene had kind of died out, and the darker, heavier stuff of Guns N' Roses,
y'all guys-
Nirvana, all that.
They were evolving.
Yeah, we evolved with the music scene. Heavy keyboards was kind of out, and heavier style of music was in. So we went from a 5-piece to a 4-piece, and we got rid of all the keyboards. So that it's a totally different lineup, except for me and the singer. Joe Kane and I were on both albums,
Right.
but we got a new guitar player, a new bass player, and we got a heavier. And it's different, but
It really is.
yeah, it's definitely a different
Um,
album, no doubt. But I like it.
I like the fact that, to me, it's a little crazy because I don't hear about drummers being the lyricist of bands.
Right.
it's not heard of. I mean, it's heard of, but it's
rare, yeah.
It is. I mean, I can't think of another band besides you and Rush
Right.
that you do that. I think that's amazing. Mr. Cross wasn't a mainstream act yet. It developed a loyal following. What was the underground metal scene like from your perspective back then in that time?
Well, there's so many good bands. You had
Name
Zealot Z, and you had Midnight Circus. You had James.
Wasn't there a
Rivera.
band called Shadow something? They were badass.
Oh yeah, man. There's
Shadow.
so many good bands.
Oh, go ahead, name off a
There
few.
was
I
like-
love Stride. I like Stride.
Stride was
Zealot
incredible.
Z.
Zealot Z was phenomenal.
Greg Gill. I mean,
There's like 50 great bands in Houston at the time.
Revolution.
Revolution
Bobby
was
Fikes.
phenomenal.
Cole
many.
Stanfield he's a part of the.
Cole's a
Cole.
great, yeah.
Yeah, Cole. Thanks again for letting us stay at your amazing place and putting this
Downtown
up.
Bruno was playing everywhere.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, you remember the? I heard the lead singer died recently. I know they weren't an original band, but they were really super popular. They always played at Bob Fildauer's place, Aviators, Pitbull.
Pitbull played everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere, but
Jeff just died recently.
Right, that's the guy. Right, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy I was
Jeff
talking about. I
Conquest.
saw
Yeah, he just
that.
died recently. And actually, his guitar player John had gone on to California to play with Rick Springfield.
John. Yeah, he plays in famous bands all the time now. What's his last name? John.
Oh gosh, I can't remember John's last
Trying
name.
to get an interview with him, but anyway, sorry about that, John. But
Hey,
hey
we got his
guys,
first name.
right? Okay, all right. How did the Houston music environment influence Mr. Cross and your playing during that time? Kind of the same question.
Well, I mean, we literally weren't paying attention to what others were doing at the time. We were trying to write.
Do your own thing.
And everybody ended up saying it sounded like Triumph meets Dream Theater meets Dokken. And honestly,
They had a
those are all
bastard child.
yeah, those are all influences of mine. And I was like,
Right.
oh, so we ended
What's
up
wrong with
opening for Doc, and we ended up opening for Queensryche. So we were in that vein, but they were just
Crazy.
So it wasn't really the local music scene. It was more of our influences on the radio and.
So because y'all believe you guys won a battle of the bands, what year? Do you know what year was that? 85, 95?
Yeah, in 1997 we won 101 KLOL, which was at the time the
Major
the
album
major
rock
radio station.
The radio gods.
Yeah,
Bobby,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, all those
Stevenson
guys.
Pruitt, we were on their radio show.
Hyman, what's his
Outlaw
name?
Dave.
What was the comedian guy? Millhauser or whatever. They had all these characters. Dana Steele.
Dana Steele, oh yeah.
Lots of really
It
good
was
folks
Houston's
there.
premier rock station. They had a battle of bands, like 30 bands entered it. Luckily we won, and we got to open for Queensryche at St. Louis
At the
Pavilion.
Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. I mean, for you
That
to
was
play out there, you'll never forget that as long as you live, brother.
It was the biggest show I ever played.
Oh
It,
my
it was
God.
phenomenal.
Man.
Enjoyed it.
Oh my
Got
God.
to meet the guys in Queensryche and hang out with them.
Right,
Eat
right.
dinner with them.
Oh
I'm sitting
my
on the
God.
couch outside my dressing room, and Scott Rockenfield comes out of his dressing room and goes,
Yeah.
"Hi, I'm Scott
Oh my
Rockenfield
God.
from Queensryche." I was like,
Oh my God.
"Oh yeah, I
How
know who you are."
you try not
Nice
to
to
be.
meet you. I'm not worthy.
Yeah, right. You try not to be a boy fan. I can be accused of that because I'm just such a fan.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you remember these guys were a progressive rock blues band? What made them so special? Because they made up parts of the Galactic Cowboys. But I always had a privilege, and I can't wait to interview this cat. I've known him for a long time. They came out with just a couple of records, actually 1.5. But if you ever get a chance, check out a band called the Saunier Brothers Band. Dane Saunier used to lead a band called the Galactic Cowboys,
Right.
and
I've seen them live before. Yeah.
did you ever see his band, the blues rock band, where they had 4 guitar players, 4 lead singers, a wicked drummer? I don't think you ever saw the Saunier Brothers.
I never saw them. I just remember Galactic Cowboys and Dead Horse.
Right,
They were
right,
all
right,
under
right.
the same management with the King's X.
Right.
That's
Well, see,
it.
that's it. So anyway, the guys in the Saunier Brothers band, I always, because they were friends with Doug, they were big time friends with them. When they played
Right.
at the old Westheimer Street Festival, at my festival, I'm sitting backstage, I had it all catered, rock stars, I'm hanging out, and all of a sudden, because I'm a fan guy and I don't have fake, Doug Pennick, and I've already been at Millennium, but Doug Pennick, one of the most influential bass players I know.
King's X lead singer.
King's X lead
Bass
singer.
player.
He comes walking up to the backstage area. We got it catered. We got little truffle foods, fancy. I'm like, "You're Doug. You're Doug from King's X. Would you like some foods?" And I'm cool. You know, and I was just so overwhelmed by it. He's just such an amazing artist, man. I love. Shout out to King's X. But if
Yeah.
you ever get a chance, these guys were amazing. So basically, it was like a super blues rock band had a baby with King's X, and
Oh,
you
wow.
knew the influence because Doug and Dane, they're like best friends.
Right.
Known each other forever. And then that thing with the Galactic Cowboys.
Right.
What are some of the drumming moments on those albums that you were particularly proud of?
You know, we did some stuff that was kind of crazy, like Now Until Forever, you know,
Yeah.
where we're going into stuff that was influenced by like bands like Dream Theater, where you got the keyboards and the progressive stuff,
Very progressive.
and
Syncopated. I like to say.
syncopated, yeah. Well, progressive music is syncopated.
It's
yeah.
not going to get bigger words than that. Let me see if I
Right.
say it.
Those are our big words,
Syncopated.
but yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt after knowing this guy and him hearing my music, I'm definitely wanting you to be a part of my project. But you know, that's a whole other talk show. But here we go. Who were your? Oh, this is a good one. You've kind of already told me, but go ahead and reiterate again in no particular order. Who were your biggest drumming or musical influences? Because it not necessarily has to be a drum. Your musical influences growing up, and how did they shape the sound of Mr. Cross?
Well, my favorite band's Led Zeppelin, so John Bonham,
Yeah.
because of his groove
Oh,
and
what was his
feel.
name? Bonzo.
Bonzo.
Bonzo, right.
Yeah,
And I
it's-
think he died in '80,
Mhm.
and the band waited a while, but they went on,
Right.
and then they ended up playing with Jason.
Right.
With his son.
Yeah, his son,
Like-
yeah. Who's turned into a phenomenal drummer
He
himself.
is, yeah.
You know, I met him in Houston at
Oh shit.
in Seabrook,
Oh.
and he was fixing to play at the Seabrook Beach Club.
Oh, okay, I
And he
remember
was
that.
just hanging out, talking, and I got to talk to him for like 20 minutes. He was super cool. So I got to meet Jason Bonham.
Yes. You
Not
touched,
John,
you
but
touched
Jason.
the spirit of, but the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
His dad was watching, he was there.
Man.
Oh, guys, we have a few more questions, and then we got 5, which is one of my favorite parts of the show, rapid fire questions. So here we go.
Machine gun.
Number 2. Okay. Looking back, what do you think set Mr. Cross apart from the other metal acts of that area? Because I really don't consider you guys straight metal. That's just me.
Right. Well,
Progressive rock.
Yeah, we're progressive rock. You know, the Dream Theater, Triumph, Dawkins.
No, we just
Queen's
talked about
Ride,
Fate's
all-
Warning.
Fate's Warning as well. Was it? Well,
Yeah, you're a big.
I was working at
Mark
Sound
Zombie.
Warehouse, and when that
Oh,
Parallels
wow.
album came
Wow.
out, so everybody,
Not a bad song on it.
everybody had to take turns playing their album. I would play Parallels every time it was
Right,
my
and
chance.
I got to tell you, when I heard Ray Adler sing, and there's not a bad song on it.
Right.
It's
It's a masterpiece.
all I can say is, with this beautiful long flowing hair, I kind of like made me. I was like, whoa, that guy's because he sings like an angel. It's just like me.
Yeah.
If Paul Rogers and I was a girl, anyway, that's a whole another show. Anyway, we'll get on with that. Anyway, I love Paul Rogers. Oh, congratulations to Paul Rogers being accepted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Finally, they got one right.
Right.
We're just talking about that.
Yeah, we
no
were.
Judas Priest, no Iron Maiden, and
Don't
they,
Let Me,
and
no
they,
Motorhead.
and they fumbled the ball a bunch of other times.
Right. Well,
Hey, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you fired.
yeah, and Salt and Pepper will always get my vote.
Yeah, Salt and
No,
Pepper
I'm just kidding.
over
Like
Paul
it.
Rogers and Judas
No,
Priest. Are
that's
you
it,
kidding
that's
me?
it, Yeah, it was really
fired.
It was you fired. Okay, here we go. We got a couple of more before we get to the rapid fire, and then we get to some lasagna. Okay, here we go. After the band's active years, how did your musical journey evolve? Are you still drumming or writing today? Tell us about all the cool stuff you're going with.
Yeah.
Angry Sausage, when I heard the name of that band, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, are you
Yeah.
serious?
It was a joke. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a joke.
Actually, I was joking with her, and she goes, "That's it," because we were looking for a blues band name for a long time, and we couldn't come up with nothing. So I'm joking with her, and I said it one night. She goes, "That's it. That's
That's
the name of the
it.
band."
Oh my God.
I told the guys we laughed, and all
That's
we
it.
did was laugh the whole time.
Yeah, right.
And people would come see us play. we saw your name in the marquee and we had to come check it out just because of the name.
Yeah,
Where the hell did you come out of that name?
That's right. That's right. Good story.
It's a funny name. It creates a lot of jokes.
We have one more real deal Holyfield question before we get to the 5 rapid fire bullet train ones that I've got that my Kimberly put together. If Mystic Cross reunited for a special project, not like we weren't talking about it recently, like I've already been bugging these guys about, I'm serious, we need a new Mystic Cross, Don LaFine, you don't have to stand the whole time, you're an amazing guitar player, you be sure to let them see this, man. Y'all need to do it, y'all need to write at least an EP. At least an EP.
We still do benefits.
Right, and
Occasionally,
then come out, yeah.
Once
and
or
then-
twice a year.
right.
We just prayed like 7-8 months ago for a benefit.
Right, I saw that at BFE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. And y'all played one a couple of years ago that I saw that.
We've done a couple in the last 2 years. So we're still actually we were formed in 1993 and here it is 2025. We're still doing benefits.
I'm all for it. I think Mr. Cross is so musically talented. The fact that you guys are still alive and, you know, life is short, guys.
Yeah.
I think now that y'all would write some stuff similar because it's part of who you are. It would always be Mr. Cross as soon as Joe opened his mouth.
Oh yeah.
Because you always
He's been our only singer.
right. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You always did, whether it's the guy from Boston,
Oh,
or
Brad Delp,
Steve
one of my
Walsh,
favorite.
or Steve Walsh of Kansas.
Oh,
Now the
God.
guy who took his place, Fire Sits Fire, and a few other songs that he did very, very well. But he'll never be a Steve Walsh.
Right.
We listened to the lead singer Steve Walsh of Kansas. We listened to some of his solo stuff. He hasn't lost it. What is he, in his 70s now, babe? The singer of Tesla? I think he's about 70. All right, guys, here we go. Rapid fire. I call it the Japanese Bullet Train Express. With Austin Gartman. Like and follow. Is there anything you want to tell where people can reach you at, or any of your other endeavors? I know you're. He's a trucker by trade right now. He's a drummer, lyricist, and you seem pretty content with the job you've got right now.
Yeah. I haul freight coast to coast during the week and I jam on the weekends.
Yeah. There was a 2-hour window that he might not have. If he would have got the bat signal, Alex, I got to go. But I was prepared for it. But all day we were corresponding to see if we were going to come over here and
Right
do this badass with you, Bubba. Okay. All right, here we go. Right off the top of your head. You ready? Got 5 of them.
Ready.
Matter of fact, I might even throw a bonus one. I'm have to get a drink for this one because
Right on.
Wet your whistle.
Wet my whistle. Easy military grade girlfriend.
That's right.
Oh, also big shout out. I forgot. All weekend, all weekend long, y'all guys, especially for your gamers, is Keith Christensen, who used to run sound over at the world famous Fitzgerald's. God rest your soul, Fitzgerald's. Sarah, you did an amazing job. But all weekend is the 23rd annual Houston Arcade Festival. Keith Christensen, we can't wait to pick up our passes and get our game on. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna play Halo. We're gonna play pinball. I'm gonna take Kimberly's lunch money and whatever video game she wants to play. It's gonna be amazing. So here we go. Lasagna. Let me shut up and get this over with quick.
Let's make it rapid.
I'll
Fire.
be watching my girlish figure.
Oh, sure.
I'm only gonna have a couple of pieces. So here we go. Double bass or single kick?
Double bass.
Ba-bam! Little Benny Paul, but taller. Ba-bam! You only get one. Look, with this one is kind of, because it's just one, and I already think I know who your favorite one is. So after I ask you this question, I want you to name off a few more, which you've already have, and make it like your top 5. Okay.
Right.
Favorite metal drummer of all time.
Mike Portnoy.
Okay. Dream Theater. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And can you name the other in succession? Second,
Mark,
third?
Mark Zonder, but he's not really metal. But
Right. Progressive rock.
But definitely Nickel McBrain from Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Man.
Got 2 more.
And definitely, God,
Bonzo.
for metal. Well,
That's almost like legend.
He's-
Besides Bonzo, that's kind of like an
Bonzo's
album.
like funk drummer.
Right.
Funk blues rock drummer.
So 2 more. Get 2 more. This is a
definitely.
hybrid.
Yeah. For metal, though, God, there's so many good drummers. I mean, man, Dave Lombardo.
Where do I know
guy's-
that name from? Oh, Slayer?
Yeah,
Right,
that
right.
guy's phenomenal.
One more.
Oh my goodness.
I like
It's
the
so
guy
neat.
from Chop Suey, the Toxicity, System of the Down.
Oh, that guy's great. Oh yeah.
Dude, he
I like
is.
the band system of it.
Yeah, I
It's
like them
phenomenal.
too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One more
but
drummer.
Dr. Drums from Sabotage.
Oh my God, that's
That
old
guy's
school.
real
He used to
good.
play Houston all the time.
All the time,
All
and
the
he's
time.
real offbeat, progressive,
Right.
but
Oh,
he's very catchy.
And you know what? I don't know if I've seen him, but I think they used to take over backstage a lot.
Right. Well,
Right.
I saw them at backstage.
Oh, I got some other questions. We're not going to end this here, man.
But
I'm
Vinnie
just
Paul, I
too
gotta
hard
add Vinnie Paul before you.
Vinnie-
Vinnie
Pantera.
Paul, Pantera, that guy's
Pantera.
phenomenal.
to- Serious drummer. God rest you and
For
your
metal.
brother's soul. Big time, guys.
I've got categories for all different styles
Right.
of music, but you said metal, so Vinnie Paul
Right.
definitely.
First album you ever bought with your own money.
Well, I actually used to rent a
Rent.
Joe Walsh album from the library in
Oh.
Alabama when I was a kid.
Oh, really? Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh, yeah, and his drummer.
Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah, his drummer. Man, his drummer used to blow me away, and I'd rent Elton John records.
Right.
I had to return them back to the library,
Right.
but you could get them for free.
Right, that's
And
awesome.
my mom would go to the library because she was a school teacher and
Right.
she'd do research.
That's
So I'd be
awesome.
renting albums and
Right.
signing up and bringing them
Yeah.
back. And
Like me, there's like, where's your library card, Lozano?
I'm with my mommy.
No, because mom worked 2 or 3 jobs, and my big brother and sister were going to Waltrip High School. We got a membership at the YMCA,
Right.
and I remember one time I lost a basketball, but they signed it. You check it out, you better get it. Or mom, I'm tired of paying. You got to quit losing your stuff, boy. Anyway, my thing there. Okay, here we go. Studio recording or live performance? You pick one.
For what though?
Studio recording or live
My favorite
performance?
studio recording?
Yeah, I guess it's asking you.
Well, I tell you what, one of the best sounding albums I've ever heard ever was Stryper. To Hell with the Devil. When that first came out, it
Cool
sounded
name.
like a crisp. It's like
Michael
canned
Sweet,
drums.
the singer.
Michael Sweet, but everything was so crispy and so clear, so loud and punchy.
Right.
I was like, wow, what a great sounding album. And then Van Halen stuff. Their,
Oh, yeah,
their
yeah.
stuff is so
And I
incredible.
gotta tell you, nothing against any of the albums, but I will straight up fight somebody. The 9 songs that they did for Fair Warning.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I'm not
sound.
knocking anything else,
Their
but
sound is impeccable.
and him is just,
The guitar.
well, you can tell the sibling between the drums and Eddie, how they did it. It's just
Just phenomenal sound. You know?
so amazing.
Queensryche sound too is incredible.
Right. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
so,
Huh?
so many amazing bands out there. It just blows me away, guys.
Yeah.
We got one more question for Austin here. And then I think I got a couple of more add-ons. So, you know, it is my show. And it's a good thing. It's good to be king. So here we go. Last question of the rapid fire questions here. The Mystic Cross track that was the most fun to play. That's a tough one. And then I want you to name the other 2. So name 3, name top number 1.
Well, the first song we ever had on the radio was Dying Breed.
Oh
Don
shit, I
McKen-
remember
Don
that
McKenzie,
song.
New Texas Radio.
I mean, it could have been a hit.
we wrote that in 30 minutes. Well, we were just on that night. It was but I used to love playing Mr. Lonely.
Right.
That was one of my favorite
Okay.
songs to play.
And number 3?
And then definitely Shadows of the Mind.
Okay.
That was heavy and
Right,
brutal and double
Pounding.
bass. And,
Brutal.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we are here at the end of our interview with Austin Gartman. Definitely part of our Drummers That Rock. You definitely do, Austin.
Thank you.
You're in a
It's fun.
as badass as a drummer you are, and lyricist. You're a way better human.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
I mean,
it. Thank you.
you're really awesome, and I'm proud to call you a friend.
Well, I'm a Christian, and
We
God
both
is
we
the
both
king.
share the same birthday, May
That's right.
2nd. Tauruses rule. The rest of y'all drool. So anyway, tell us if you. I want to ask you something because I do this with my other radio show, Texas Songwriters Alliance Audio Impact. Tell us in no particular order because I know the first person who you're going to give the praise to. Tell us who you're thankful for. We know the obvious: God, Lord,
Oh yeah,
our
Jesus,
Savior.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
And give a shout out to the people that have made your life what it is now. I mean,
Well,
who
my
would
mom
you
and
think?
dad, you know?
Yeah, I got some.
Mom
I
and
shared a
dad,
couple
you know?
of pictures of your dad. You can see how proud he was,
Yeah.
and you're about a half a foot taller than him.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. There they are up there. There's
Yeah.
my mom and dad. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my mom and dad were big influences on me, and then their parents as well, my
Right.
grandparents on
Yeah.
both sides. Yeah.
So who was it in the family that you got the drum? Did you come from a musical family? Was it mom, dad? Who put you behind the drum kit? Who said?
Well, my
Was it
mom
an uncle?
bought me a drum kit. There's no drummers in my family, but my mom's mother was a classically trained pianist.
Yeah.
And I found out when I was going to college, studying music at Houston Community College, my theory teacher said that piano is a percussion instrument. So my grandma was a drummer, I didn't even know it.
Wow.
And she could play Franz Liszt and Chopin and Mozart, and used to play for me in Fairhope, Alabama when I was a little kid, and she was phenomenal. And that's
So,
when I realized,
you
okay,
know,
now I know why I'm a
right, yeah,
drummer.
yeah,
My
yeah.
grandma was a drummer.
Right.
Didn't even know it.
And listen, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So a lot of great.
Virginia
DNA
Bruton
background.
was her name, and she was just me and her on a piano, and she played
Virginia,
for me.
I know she's smiling down on you, Austin, big
She
time.
was incredible.
Tell us, because we know you have a really strong faith in God, and that's another thing I want to do with my show is not push the Lord on anybody, but I want to spread this word. I told Kimberly that I'm going to try my best to be the Anthony Bordeaux, what's his
Anthony
name?
Bourdain.
Bourdain,
Mhm.
right? The guy who committed suicide and stuff, you know. I am going to try really, really hard, Austin, with all of y'all's help and this incredibly beautiful woman and support like your girl and all the people that support me. I want to travel the country now and do the entrepreneurs, the artists. Like I said, we just did this California thing, and
Right.
she almost fell into the Grand Canyon. We almost got blown into the
Hoover Dam.
to the Hoover Dam, and,
Right on.
oh,
Sounds like fun.
oh yeah, you know, fun and you know, you could do well and do good at the same time, you know, and,
Right.
and I'm just so thankful for all the things that I'm doing. Who else you want to be thankful for? Anything else you want to tell us before you go, Austin? How you feel about something? I'm dead serious. I mean, I've just got so much respect for you, and I'm going to go home tonight, and when I say my prayers and say a dream, I'm going to wake up and go, Austin's going to be my drummer for my next record. So I'm not trying to put no
Since
pressure or anything, but
This is what we were talking about spiritual matters. Hey, just remember, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. That's all you need to know.
that's it, brother.
That's
Thank
it.
you so much for everything, Austin. You've been amazing. You're an awesome friend. You're a better person. I wish I could scratch off some of your self-humility and aerosol can it, so when I can deal with artists and hold on, let me get a can of some Austin Garb. Oh, hey, boy. Ah. I love you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Take
Alex.
care. Love you guys, man. Be sure to tune in.
I think I met you in what, 94?
Yeah, 94.
31 years ago.
Now we're gonna take a break. I wanna eat, man, because I'm about to like go crazy. But after we're done, we're gonna like script it out, and we're gonna stand here. We're gonna do a little short thing. We're gonna be like, I'm Austin Gartman. I'm the drummer for who you